good, beautiful people? It is your girl, Shani here, your little big sis, because I'm small in stature, but also big in the sisterly love. And I'm so glad that you're here with me this Friday for, yep, you know it, Always Keep the Faith Fridays, where I just try to give some inspiration getting out of our work week and headed into our weekend. So, you all know, or maybe I've mentioned it before, I can be somewhat of a nature girl. Now, I'm not talking about like camping. I would definitely be a glamping person. However, I like to take walks. I like to admire flowers and those sorts of things. And a couple episodes back, I actually did an episode called Weed and Flowers, which I kind of got from this proverb that came from a tea bag. And yep, you've guessed it. I've been finding some more proverbs that have to do with nature. So I'm taking it back to nature with this one. And first and foremost, let's just talk about bouquets of flowers, because what person, especially what woman, doesn't love a beautiful bouquet of flowers? They're beautiful to look at, they're beautiful to smell, it feels so special when you receive some, especially roses. I would think, especially during Valentine's Day or anniversary times, roses are bought in bulks and bulks and bulks. But the one thing that everyone knows when it comes to roses is, ooh, they have some of the biggest thorns. And them bad boys hurt if you've ever gotten pricked by one. I know, because it has definitely happened to me a time or two. So there is a Persian proverb that actually talks about roses and thorns, and I want to share it with you. It says, "He who wants a rose must respect the thorn." I know. You're trying to think, Shani, where are you going with this? Come on, hang with me, wait with me here. But seriously, so what I loved about this proverb as I looked into it a little bit deeper is, one, think about roses. A lot of times roses are used to talk about love, romance, beauty. They're just all good and beautiful things when you think about a rose. Thorns, on the other hand, outside of pain, a lot of times can mean sorrow. They can mean even sin. We heard about the crown of thorns when we think about Jesus and how he passed away, or how he died, I should say, how he was crucified for us. They gave him a crown of thorns. So there's a lot of pain and sorrow that has to do with thorns. However, I found in kind of looking into it a little bit more that even though thorns are on roses and they can hurt when they touch you, they are actually there to protect roses from being eaten by animals. Yep, good old herbivores. I think I said that right. Obviously, if they're wanting to come and eat a rose, they're going to have to get through those thorns first. So there's a part of thorns that are there to protect you. And I thought that that was so interesting, because ultimately this proverb is saying, look, you can't have one without the other. If you want that rose, you have to respect what a thorn is, what it does, that it's there to stay. And I think another thing that I realized is that you can't have the beauty without the pain. I know there was a song, or there is a song, that talks about no pain, no gain. Not quite the same thing. However, I think a lot of times we're so wrapped up in the beauty of things that we don't sometimes understand that in order for that thing to be as beautiful as it is, there has to be some either level of struggle or pain or sorrow that is either surrounding it or that comes to bring it. And ultimately, nothing is perfect. Even that beautiful bouquet of roses that you receive that look like the perfect bouquet, it's not, because it has thorns on it. And at some point in time, when you go to throw those bouquet of roses away, you can get pricked by it, which is never a good thing. So I just thought that was super, super interesting, and stick around for the faith fact from this one. So what's this week's faith fact? Well, what I've learned from the roses and thorns is that even the most beautiful things have flaws. Yes, that means you and that means me. And I think that really just comes down to balance. There's a lot of things in life that just aren't perfect, and that's okay. And in order for you to be able to get the beauty and the wonderful things out of life, you have to respect that sometimes that's going to come with pain, that's going to come with hardship, that's going to come with struggle. But even in the midst of that pain and hardship and struggle, sometimes that pain is there to protect you. I mean, think about when someone, especially a little kid, when they're first just learning about cooking and the stove and hot burners and fire, and if they press that hot burner, oh, that singe that they're going to feel on their finger, that quick pain is something that ultimately is going to protect them from hurting themselves even more. There are people that sometimes don't feel that, and they could actually put their hands on that burner and have it there and really, really hurt themselves. And I think that's what it comes down to with this Persian proverb, is remembering that, look, if you want the rose, you got to respect that thorn. And that ultimately nothing is perfect, but there's beauty in all things, even the things that can hurt us from time to time, and even in the thorns. All right, hopefully you all were able to get naturey and deep with me on that one. But you know what? Like I said, I find inspiration in everything. And whatever it is that I feel that I find that I think that God has put on my heart to share with you, I will. And I'm sure somebody will appreciate it. Somebody will get it. I hope that somebody is you. Well, as always, thank you guys so much for continuing to watch, continuing to like, continuing to comment, to send your encouragements, and continuing to subscribe. And if it's your first time watching this video, thank you for watching, and I hope that you will hit that subscribe button. Boop, that's how I feel like it sounds. And continue to get these inspirational messages every Friday. Well, that's it, people. I have really been good at keeping it somewhat short, sweet, to the point. But, you know, I only want to say what I need to say as led. I don't want to ramble on too much, even though I know sometimes I do digress if I don't have to. Well, that's it for this week, guys. Remember, it's Friday. Hey, it's Friday. So whether you plan on partying or whether you plan on resting and relaxing, just make sure no matter what, you continue to be safe out there in these streets, and that you have a wonderful weekend ahead. That's it, guys. Remember, always keep the faith and let the Lord fight your battles. Until next time, have a great day, have a great weekend. Peace. Want to get a dose of motivation every Friday? Well, hit that notification button to subscribe so you never miss out. And feel free to share the encouragement with a friend. Don't forget, follow me on Instagram at Shani Speaks Now and keep the good vibes going week long. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next Friday. That's it, people. I don't got no more. Until the next episode. We've got the feeling. I don't know why that Dr. Dre song just came into my mind. All right, I'm out. Maybe I need to go dancing.